People see Paul Newman as the blue-eyed saint, the gentleman of old Hollywood. But behind the scenes, inside the sound stages that smelled of sweat, cigarettes, and fear, there were rumors. Whispers no one wanted to repeat. 5 actors, 5 shadows he supposedly kept far away from, not because he was cruel, but because the darkness around them didn't feel human. Tonight, we open the files that were never meant to see daylight again. And once we start, there's no turning back. 1. The actor who smiled during death scenes. They called him the Grinner, a man with a face made for charm, fame, and posters. But on set, he behaved like someone who wasn't acting, like someone rehearsing for a nightmare. Paul Newman once worked with him during a test shoot. The crew kept the cameras rolling as Newman walked to a dramatic fake death sequence. And as Paul collapsed to the floor playing dead, this actor leaned over him and smiled. Not a polite smile, not a friendly smile, but the kind of grin that stretches too wide, the kind that doesn't belong to someone standing in the light. People said Newman got up and walked off set without saying a word. He never worked with that actor again. Hollywood insiders claimed he felt something cold, like someone watching him from the other side of the camera. The Grinner never apologized, he just kept smiling. And Newman avoided him for the rest of his life. 2. The woman who never blinked. This story came from a producer who swore every word was true. She was beautiful, talented, respected, the perfect actress for emotional roles. But she had one unusual habit. On set, she never blinked, not once. Not during scenes, not between cuts, not even while listening. Directors thought it was a method acting trick, but Newman didn't think so. During one late-night rehearsal, Newman noticed her standing completely still, staring at him from across the room. Her eyes didn't move, her breathing didn't change, and when the lights flickered, just for a split second, he could have sworn she was suddenly standing right beside him, whispering lines from a scene they hadn't filmed yet. He walked off the project a week later. The actress continued working. Every interview she gave, every movie she shot, still no blinking. Some say she learned it for the role, others say the role learned her. Newman refused to share the screen with her ever again. 3. The man with the echoing voice. Some actors have deep voices, some have commanding voices, but this man's voice didn't just echo, it lingered. Whenever he spoke on set, the sound didn't stop when his mouth closed. It stretched, repeating, fading slowly like someone calling from a cave. Technicians blamed faulty microphones. Sound engineers blamed old wiring. But Newman didn't buy it. One night after filming, Paul stayed alone in the editing room watching playback. The actor delivered a simple line, "You can't hide forever." The editors replayed the audio, and something chilling happened. Even after the scene cut, even after the film reel ended, the voice kept going. Soft at first, then louder, then clearer, repeating the same words. "You can't hide forever." Paul Newman reportedly stood up and walked out of the room and said, "I'm done working with him." Some say the actor had a rare vocal resonance. Others say his voice wasn't echoing at all. Something else was repeating him. Something that liked the sound of fear. 4. The actress who memorized secrets. She had talent, elegance, and a strange gift that Hollywood couldn't explain. She remembered things. Everything. Not scripts, not lines, not cues. People's secrets. Crew members whispered that she knew things they never told anyone. One cameraman said she recited the exact words he whispered to his wife at 2 a.m. in a house 20 miles away on a night she wasn't even in the city. Paul Newman didn't believe the rumors. Until one day during a break, she walked up to him and whispered something in his ear. Something private. Something he had never told a single soul. Not his wife, not his friends. Something from his childhood, a fear that kept him awake when he was 10 years old. "How did you know that?"
he asked. She smiled. "You think too loudly," she replied. From that moment on, Newman kept his distance. He told directors he wasn't comfortable working with her. He didn't explain why. And to this day, no one knows how much she truly knew, or where she learned to listen. 5. The actor who showed up in places he shouldn't be. This is the darkest one, the one Hollywood still refuses to talk about. This actor had a strange habit. He appeared in places moments after people swore he wasn't there. Not walking in, not entering rooms, just appearing. Newman experienced it himself during a film shoot in the desert. He was sitting alone in his trailer, reading a script. He looked up, empty room. He looked down for 1 second, and when he looked up again, the actor was sitting in the opposite chair. Silent, still, staring. No footsteps, no door opening, no warning. Just there. Newman said nothing. He stood, nodded politely, and walked outside. But the encounters didn't stop. On set, behind the cameras, inside dressing rooms. People said the actor had a habit of moving quietly. But Newman insisted it wasn't movement. It was something else. Something that made the skin crawl. He refused to collaborate with him ever again. And strangely, within a few years, that actor vanished from Hollywood. Left no forwarding address, no interviews, no explanation. Some say he retired. Some say he left the country. Others whisper he simply disappeared the same way he used to appear. So what was all of this? Hate? Fear? Bad chemistry? Or something darker hidden behind the Hollywood curtain? Paul Newman was known for kindness, for grace, for being the calmest man in the room. So the real question is, what kind of person does it take to make him uncomfortable? These 5 actors didn't just clash with Paul Newman. They became strange legends, ghosts walking around the edges of Hollywood's golden age. And now these stories belong to you. If you're still here, if you watched till the end, tell me one thing. Which one of the 5 chilled you the most?